Welcome everybody, I'm Matt. If you're new to this channel, we create motivational content and study inspiring people so that you can learn to persuade, motivate, and inspire others too. Before we get into the video, if you could do me a huge favor and just hit that subscribe button, it would really help me out. I was inspired to do this video after watching David J.P. Phillips do a reaction video to Jacksepticeye. Now, I'd actually never heard of Jacksepticeye before watching this video. I know I must have been living under a rock or something. But since I saw the video, I've started following him. And he's a really interesting guy. On top of that, he's Irish, so, bonus points there. And to be honest though, I love stories like this. This is a guy from County Offaly, which has like 80,000 people. And he's become one of the biggest gamers in the world. This is an amazing success story. David already covered all the great public speaking skills and communication skills that Jacksepticeye uses. So in this video, I'm going to answer a different question. Out of all the millions of gamers around the world, how did this man who started posting gaming videos from a cabin down the country in Ireland become one of the most popular, most successful gamers in the whole world? And what lessons can we learn from him? The first reason why Jacksepticeye has become so successful is because, drumroll, he's Irish. There you go, we can all go home. We got it. Let's get out of here. Of course it's great that he's Irish, but the key is that he embraced it. So often people shy away from the things that make them different. They might try speaking a different way, or they act a different way. They might change their accent or downplay where they're from. But Jacksepticeye lent into his Irishness. He dyed his hair green.
And I'm wearing my hat in this vlog because I may have gotten it done already. Oh yeah! That's enough of that. It's very green.
He starts off every video saying,
my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to another video.
A real Irish saying, a real Irish phrase. The parts of him that some people might have kept hidden, he put front and center. And what happened? It made him unique. It made him stand out from all the other gamers around the world. And the lesson is, don't be afraid of who you are. Be the real you. And you might just find that the thing that you once hid from people is your biggest strength. The second reason for Jacksepticeye's amazing success is that he did something that he loved.
What are you doing? Oh, we jumped out of a plane? What? Oh yeah! I need to remember that like very often, that I'm so lucky that I get to do this as a job.
If you want to become really damn good at something, you better care about it. Have you ever done a job that just, deep down you knew it just wasn't for you? You can give yourself all the pep talks in the world every single day to work harder, trying to climb that ladder. But if your heart's not in it, it's going to be a long, hard road to the top if you ever even get there. And to be honest with you, even if you did, is it where you want to be? This is a lesson for everybody. How many of us are slaves to jobs we don't like? Don't settle, don't give up on that dream, that idea that you've had in your head that you've always wanted to try, you've always wanted to just take a leap of faith on, take a risk on. Don't let that dream die. I love the Jacksepticeye story because he's living proof that you can pursue the thing that you really care about and make it a success. The third reason why Jacksepticeye has been so successful is that he is incredibly humble. Whenever I hear him talk about his success, he actually plays it down. He makes it sound like it just happened, like he was lucky.
Here is the one trick that I used to get 25 million subscribers on YouTube. And you can do it too. All right, are you listening? Get closer. I have no idea. When I started off doing this channel, the thought of 25 million subscribers was absolutely terrifying. I didn't ever think that the channel would get there. I didn't even think I'd get to 100K. I'd love to be able to sit here and say, I did these 10 things. I did this, this, and this, and the channel boomed, and the algorithm, I figured it all out, and I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't. I started off this channel in my log cabin in the woods. Yes, an actual log cabin in the middle of the woods.
This is actually very Irish of him. If there's one thing that Irish people never do, it's brag. There's actually a joke about a really common thing that happens where someone will give someone a compliment for what they're wearing. So say, oh, great jumper, great hat, great shirt, whatever it is. And the response is, oh, it's from Pennies. And Pennies is like one of the cheapest clothing stores in Ireland. And the reason why it's said is because people don't want to come across like they think they're some big shot or like they think they're too big for their boots. So they tend to downplay successes, downplay things that go well. But humbleness can be really endearing, especially when it comes from someone who's very successful. So when you see a huge star like Jacksepticeye show all this humility, all this humbleness, it makes us feel like he's just a normal guy. He's like you or he's like me. On the flip side, if you want to think about what not to do, the opposite to humility is arrogance. And this can be a huge put-off.
Why would I listen to you? You don't even ask me for any advice. I'm the most successful person I know.
The fourth thing we should learn from Jacksepticeye is the power of vulnerability.
So about 2 years ago, I stayed at home alone for Christmas. And there were so many things going on in my life at that point. I was at a junction where I didn't really know what I was doing. My relationships, personal and like professional, were kind of all over the place. I didn't really know what I wanted. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know where I stood with some people. And I stayed at home alone for Christmas and I just sobbed for like 2 or 3 days, almost solidly. And that was the first time I ever felt really depressed, like actually depressed. There's all those moments where you're kind of in a funk or you're sad and you're like, am I depressed? No, I don't think so. But this is the first time where I'm like, man, I'm fucking miserable. I do not know what is going on.
Some people think vulnerability is a weakness. It's not. It's a strength. It takes courage to be vulnerable. In fact, the two go hand in hand. You can't be courageous without being vulnerable. Think about any time you took a risk, you put yourself outside your comfort zone, you put yourself out there. Whenever this happens, you were vulnerable. Jacksepticeye's ability to share his insecurities with the world takes bravery, but it also makes him relatable. We see him as a human being and can connect with him. The fifth reason why Jacksepticeye has become so successful is because he's continuously innovating and evolving. For some people, they find like a recipe to success and they sort of say, okay, yeah, I know what to do. And they keep doing the same thing over and over and over. But for him, he never stands still. He's always looking for the next thing.
But I promise that I'll just keep trying to learn and grow, learn from mistakes.
If you go to his videos, he didn't just stick to the gaming videos that he got all the success from. You can see reaction videos, try not to laugh videos. He's interviewed celebrities. He's going to be in a movie I see recently with Ryan Reynolds, which is crazy. I mean, God, what an achievement. So he's always been trying different kinds of content. But he's also always changing how he shoots the video. His delivery style changes, how he projects his voice, his energy levels, the way the videos are edited, zooming in and out, the camera shaking, spinning text, all these kind of things that they don't just happen by themselves. He's thought through these things. And it's this fact that he's kept evolving how he shoots, how he presents his content, adjusting as he goes. That's key to him being able to produce the top quality content that he has today.
Jacksepticeye here, and hey, what's up? I am Jacksepticeye.
Hello, all you beautiful people out there. My name is Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye. Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye. Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome to my 1,000th video. 600,000 subscribers. It's time to party! Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye. Right now the channel has hit 6 million subscribers. Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye, and before I talk about absolutely anything else in this video, thank you guys so much for helping the channel get to 10 million.
And the sixth reason why Jacksepticeye is so successful is his voice. You know, there's some singers, and the second you hear their voice, even if you haven't heard the song, you know it's them. They've got these really distinctive voices. You know, I'm thinking of, say, Adele or Noel Gallagher or like Snoop Dogg even. I feel like, not that Jacksepticeye sounds like Snoop Dogg, but Jacksepticeye, he kind of has the equivalent speaking voice to these singers, where it's very recognizable straight away. And it's also quite powerful. It commands respect. It makes him come across very confident. It helps just draw the audience in.
I'm not just going to let that defeat me. I'm going to figure out what was wrong, figure out what I want to do, move forward, get some goals and objectives in my life. And I was going to go forward with a positive mental attitude. That was something I just kept saying to myself. It was something that I took upon myself to keep reminding myself of. It was for me more than anything.
The voice does matter. Some voices just would never work on YouTube.
Oh my God!
And the seventh reason why Jacksepticeye has become so successful, and the lesson we can learn from him, is that hard work and dedication pays off. Just take a second and think about this. How many videos do you think Jacksepticeye has released in the last 7 years? Take a second and make a guess. He has released 4,700 videos. That is just mind-blowing. That's 671 per year. Nearly 2 a day. I mean, like 2 videos a day for 7 years. How? How is that even possible? His consistency and dedication to the craft is outstanding. And that's why when I hear him talk about his surprise at his success, or how he almost downplays it, I feel like he's massively underselling himself. This man, he puts the work in. He has day after day, month after month, year after year. And you can't help but admire that work ethic. It's something we can all learn from. And I'm sure he's too humble to say something like this himself, but I can say it. He is clearly a very smart guy. And he's a strategic thinker. You can tell by the way he makes moves or makes calls to move the channel forward. He's very self-aware as well. He always knows how he's coming across, what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be improved. And this kind of success, I mean, he's got 25 million subscribers at this point, which is absolutely crazy. That kind of success, it doesn't just happen to people. I would argue that it's this kind of person who attracts that level of success. To be honest, from what I've seen of Jacksepticeye, I can't help but feel he seems like a really good person and someone that we can learn so much from.
If you slip through that, if something bad happens, you're allowed to feel that. You're allowed to feel bad. You're allowed to make yourself feel your emotions. But the important part is that you try your best to get back to a positive mental attitude. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it's the next day. But as long as you're trying, that's what PMA is all about. To try and be the best version of yourself, because that's what you deserve. It's what we all deserve. It's what people in general deserve, is to be happy and to find their happiness and to be the best versions of themselves. I'm very grateful for everything that anybody along this journey has ever done for me. And there are countless individuals who have done so many great things for me. We've been able to retain a certain positive outlook on life here. And I'm glad that I get to share that with a lot of people. I'm glad that we've been able to, I keep saying that we're not going to change the world as a whole, but we can at least change the chunk of it that we have for ourselves and at least try and do the right thing and help other people and make people happy and have a more optimistic outlook on things. And I'm so proud of all of the insane charity work that you guys have put in over the years. We've raised over $4.5 million for charity in the last 3 years alone, which has blown my mind. And I want to continue doing that and really fighting for good causes and fighting for what's right and trying to be, just trying to do the right thing. This is a very large channel with a very huge sort of influence over people. And I want to make sure that we're still using that right and we're still going in the right direction.
And for someone like me who's, trying to figure out this YouTube thing, trying to start a YouTube channel and all the struggles that go with it, it's inspirational looking at someone like Jacksepticeye and seeing everything he's achieved. And those are the 7 reasons why Jacksepticeye has been such a massive success. Number 1, he embraced who he was. He didn't try to be something he wasn't. Number 2, he pursued something he loved. Number 3, he's very humble and it makes him relatable. Number 4, he shows courage to be vulnerable, and this helps people connect with him. Number 5, he's always innovating, always evolving. He never stands still. Number 6, his voice is instantly recognizable. It commands attention. And lastly, he has amazing dedication to his craft. His video consistency is off the charts. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out. Definitely like it as well. Check out some of the other videos popping up here on the right hand side. And if there's any topics, YouTubers, YouTube channels you'd like to see me cover, let me know in the comments below. That's it for me, guys. I'm Matt. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.